The greasy boss, while his subordinate was away from home, actually took a liking to his employee's wife. Annie immediately told her husband about this, but unexpectedly, the man advised his wife to definitely take good care of this supervisor because his promotion and raise depended entirely on his wife's performance tonight. Seeing her husband speak so sincerely, the helpless woman had no choice but to accept. Watching the supervisor approach his wife, Jack quietly observed the scene before him. The next day, he was promoted. To express gratitude to his wife, Jack specifically bought a sports car for her, but thinking that his wife's body no longer belonged to him, he began to act very coldly. However, unexpectedly, this day Jack came to work at the company and learned from the secretary that the supervisor had hired a man named Paul to replace his managerial position. Jack froze in place instantly. For a promotion, he had sacrificed his wife, and now he was being fired. Unable to bear the shock, Jack went to the office and ended his own life. When Annie learned of this news, she was heartbroken. She went to her husband's company, hoping to receive some compensation, but was told that her husband had committed suicide, and the company would not provide any compensation. The woman was completely desperate. With no choice, she went to the office to collect her husband's belongings, but accidentally she discovered that the supervisor from that night seemed to have a very good relationship with the new manager. Thinking that her husband might have been schemed against, a bold plan for revenge instantly flooded her mind. She first found information about the new manager Paul, then drove to the supervisor's doorstep. After knocking on his door, Annie directly sent him to meet God with one shot. Afterwards, she drove to the school of Paul's son, disguised herself as a teacher, and sent a letter for Paul. Soon Annie, posing as a teacher, successfully arrived at Paul's home. Upon seeing how beautiful this tutor was, Charlie immediately agreed to 7 days of tutoring. The next day, Annie came to the school gate to pick up Charlie. This thrilling scene made other students very envious. Annie even handed the sports car keys to Charlie, letting him drive home himself. During the tutoring session, Charlie was very restless inside and couldn't help sneaking glances at his teacher. However, Annie saw all of this. When Charlie came to play in the yard that evening, he accidentally saw Annie changing clothes. Her angelic face and devilish figure instantly captivated Charlie. Afterwards, Annie approached his father and quickly took the initiative to greet him, and the scene of the two talking was precisely seen by Charlie from inside the house. Little did he know this was Annie's deliberate intention, with the purpose of destroying this family.